What's up, guys? This is Coach Donny from Elevate Yourself, where we change lives through volleyball, training, and inspirational content. Welcome to my volleyball coach reaction to Haikyuu Season 2, Episode 20. If you're new to this channel, I'm a volleyball coach, volleyball player, and personal trainer who provides volleyball tutorials, jump training workouts, and other cool volleyball videos. You can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for more content. You notice that my voice sounds a little bit scratchy and tired. It's because we started our Elevate Volleyball camps this week, and I've just been yelling and coaching nonstop to a crowded gym full of bunch of kids that are high energy and also very loud for 3 hours every day. And it's been a while since I've had to use this type of coaching voice because we haven't had any camps for almost 2 years due to the pandemic. So I apologize if you can't understand exactly what I'm saying, but just want to let you guys know that's why my voice is sounding this way. I like that Iwazumi asked Oikawa to give me my regular set. Don't try to help me. Let me take care of the game. I can definitely relate to this as a hitter because sometimes setters will try to get a little too tricky and set you a super fast set to try to beat the blockers. But for me personally, I actually want a more hittable ball that's higher, so it gives me time to get through my full max jump and also time to see the block so I can tool it or hit around it. Sometimes for tempo sets, it's great in theory, but you actually are forced to hit a specific direction most of the time. If the set's a little higher, you have more time to make a decision and take a better quality swing. I appreciate your correction with the translation during this particular scene. That's actually a great compliment from Hinata, and I don't know if he was intentionally trying to encourage Kageyama, but that is a great encouragement for Kageyama who is feeling down, because it is true that Kageyama is the best setter for Karasuno because he understands each individual's hitter's needs, especially since seeing Kageyama mature from making the game all about him to now how can he make his hitters better. So he's definitely following in Oikawa's footsteps. I can't believe I missed this detail. Thanks again for pointing this one out. That's awesome that they illustrated Kogane's block not being as tight and closed as the other blockers like Aone who are more experienced. I didn't think of this until I read this comment, but it does make a lot of sense that Koganegawa does have a similar personality to Hinata. I'm pretty sure he and Hinata will become really good friends, and I'll probably throw in Lev in that group too. If you've been enjoying my videos, please consider supporting me on Patreon, where you receive exclusive access to my monthly live Q&A sessions, monthly podcasts, my private blog, behind the scenes footage, and more. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click that notification bell so you never miss a video. Now let's get this Haikyuu party started. Finally, we get to see some more action between Karasuno and Seijoh. Yeah, they got a different level of determination. Oh ho! There you go. Oh, this is such a fun way for them to meet again. Oh, I caught him a bastard. He's an inexperienced bully. Uh-oh, is he not the nervous? Oh, he's gonna make her shag and a guy. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm not gonna lie. I think I did something similar to this when I was in high school. There was a game and I saw some cute girls in the stands, and I remember we were warming up and downballing, and I purposely hit it really hard to try to show off to them and then have it bounce over my partner and then to have to go shag it. And yeah, that was a really good way to say hi to a girl. This is such a realistic scene. Comment below if you've done this just to impress the opposite gender before at a volleyball game. Let's see who gets hit. The player. Oh, badass. Deeper level of respect for Shimizu. Oh, is this the wild dog? Or wild whatever? I love it. Unapologetic. You need someone with a little bit of attitude on your team. Let's see if they do that hard handshake again. Oh, a normal handshake. But Daichi's still got the bruise on his face. That's got to be annoying to animate every scene. K-pop trying to get under his skin already, playing some mental games. Hey. That was a funny conversation. Receive it. Man, can't wait to watch this game. There's Inoshita. He might have to play an important role in this game. Is that a Tanaka lookalike? Or is that Tanaka? And this is Yamaguchi's time to shine, and Hinata's time to show what he's learned. And I love his determination. Oh, I didn't know K-pop was taller than Kageyama. He's pretty tall for a setter. What? They don't look anything alike. One's got blonde hair, one's got gray hair, one's got more angled eyes. I gotta read that again. Sometimes the dialogue goes too fast. If they win this one and the next one, they're going to nationals. Okay, that's much easier said than done. To spectators, it might seem like, oh, you only gotta win 2 more matches and then you get to go win the tournament. But every match you win in the playoffs, it just gets exponentially harder. And the pressure gets more, you get more fatigued. It just gets more intense, so much easier said than done. They have to go through Ushijima. I don't know if I'm saying his name correctly. That's some good advice. Be ready for the surprises. Stay cool and steady and you guys will come out on top. Yeah, okay. Those are some good words from their team captain. Such a weird dynamic between K-pop and the rest of his team. There you go. This is a good scene. I love the humor in Haikyuu. You know, on volleyball teams, once you get to know each other, you do get to be pretty loose and goofy with each other. Yeah, they've improved so much since they last played them. Inspiring words from Takeda Sensei. I wonder what his thought is for that. Oh, calm collected against a very energetic team, yeah. So Karasuno has to be steady in order to come out on top. They don't want to play their hype volleyball style against a calm team. That's a bad matchup, personality-wise. Yeah, these animations are definitely more detailed. Just when I thought it couldn't get better, it is getting better with more episodes. Yeah, I'm not learning that cheer. That's got too much syncopation for me. I just want to enjoy this beautifully illustrated A6 shoe where you get to see all the seams and curves. And you'll notice that there's some main lines going through the shoe and then some lines that stop to hint at the sewing of the seams. And then we have to enjoy the space in between the tread of the bottom of the shoe. They could have easily just put one solid piece of rubber, but we all know that most good shoes will have different patterns of the traction on the bottom. And then we got a nicely illustrated reflection on the floor. This is just some great artwork. Nice. Yeah, but Karasuno's got a good passing team though. They got Daichi, Ishinoya. Tanaka's a decent passer too, so it's okay if he's a good server. Yeah, don't talk to your teammates right before the serve, that's not good. Let them focus. Oh, we got Daichi right in there. Aha, captain on captain. I love it. Come on, establish Hinata first. Oh, that's a tight pass. Oh, there's the new move by Nishinoya. Is he gonna set quick to Hinata? Oh. There, oh, damn, that was a great start. Can't get too excited though. That's right. When the things you've been working so hard for actually work, you do kind of get surprised. Like, that's the first point though. They need to calm down because they got this mean mugging wild dog over there. The secret weapon. Oh. Way to follow the ball out. You know what's interesting? There haven't been any bad ref calls yet, and that's very normal to have a lot of bad ref calls, so I'm surprised they haven't gone through some of those dramas and details. I had to pause it here because his hands are really small here. When I hold a ball, I'm actually able to almost completely wrap around it, and I think Iwaizumi, I think some of you guys were saying he's like 6 foot something, 6'1" or 6'2", so his hands should be a lot larger than that. They should be able to cover almost the entire ball, and his forearms look a little small here. This is where the perspective is a little bit off. I love it. Demand that they serve you. That's how confident you should be. Come on, Kageyama. Do that one-handed set to Hinata. Oh, to Tanaka. Even better. That's another new move they learned. These guys are relentless. Poor Hinata. He wants to get in on the action too. Nice receiver. Oh. Yeah, Seijoh looks a little frustrated. Close game, but Karasuno's the one that's got the momentum. He looks just as frustrated. He wants to get in some of the action. He wants to show that he's been working on stuff. And Daichi's always there for the cover. Uh-oh, he's gonna overswing. He's getting too excited. But Nishinoya's gonna be for the cover. Oh, no way. Tsuki with the cover. That's a good middle. Alright, let's see if Kageyama and Hinata can keep their cool to be able to perform. Okay, they got a cool animation coming up, so this most likely means he's going to do well. Hit that angle. Hit to the right. You got a lot of core open. Oh, these are some great animations. Oh, that ball spinning in the iris of the eyeball. So beautiful. There we go. Oh, thank goodness. I thought Hinata was gonna crack again and have to get subbed out. And then they're gonna scream after this play. Wow, it's already halfway through the show. It doesn't feel like it. It feels like it's only been a couple minutes. Oh, we got Yachi-chan in here. Yeah, sometimes you gotta get that literal kick in the butt. But you got some experienced players like K-pop and Iwazumi. Those people stay calm and they readjust their game plan. Right? It's about the team that makes the last adjustment. And most people spend the first 20 points trying to figure out each other. At least the good teams do. Oh, running that slide. Just trust him. Let him do his thing. Now you can see the core. Oh, that's undiggable in that corner. Oh, that was a great out-of-system play. Nice kill. Nice toss it. Yeah, even if they don't have their setter setting, everyone can just step in and do the job. Ooh, close game. They've been up 2 this whole time. Oh, only up 1. Let's see what the game plan is. Izumi says, send me regularly. I'll take care of it. Nice receiver. Ooh, he's going to use Hinata to draw for the quick, and then he's going to set to the outside. A good setter should be able to see that. Oh, he did set him. Good funnel. One thing to remember as a blocker, sometimes we only evaluate the success of a blocker based on how many stuff blocks they get, which means blocks for points. But there's 2 other ways to still be a great blocker. The second one is a soft block, where you're able to slow down the ball and give your defense an easier opportunity to dig it. Or you funnel the ball, which means you take away a certain area and you force the hitter to hit towards the defender. So even though you don't get to touch the ball, you're still making it easier on the defender. And in this situation, I think this is Iwaizumi. He's taking away most of the court to force Hinata to hit down a line, which is a narrower space, and he coordinated that with the defender, saying, I'm going to take away the angle and you just sit on the line, so everyone has their job on the team, and that's a sign of a great blocker. Let's see what they do in transition. Set Iwaizumi to put the ball away. Oh, set that back 1 to the middle. Yeah, let's see if Karasuno's going to make the next adjustment. Only up 1. Not enough separation. Ooh, listening to the upperclassman, Suga. Ooh. I think it's great that Suga, even though he's not playing, he's still so engaged and so involved. And we already knew this earlier, but the fact that Hinata is referencing a conversation as he's playing on the court about information he learned from Suga, that just shows that Suga is actually talking to Hinata in the timeouts or before the game, trying to help him strategize and mentally prepare for Seijoh. So the advice here of Hinata waiting, the reason why a blocker would do that is if they set a little bit higher, or if the hitter is taller, because it takes a little bit more time for them to reach that height. So if you jump too early, or if you jump with them, you're going to be on your way down as they're still climbing. So wait for them to jump first, and then if you jump after them, you can get them on the way up, or at least have better timing in that respect, versus being too early and then having them hit as you're falling on the way down. So great strategy for this one. Good job, Suga. There we go. I think that's why, maybe because the other middle blocker was bigger, or the set was a little bit higher, even though it's a quick set. Yeah, they run slower, quick sets from the middle on Seijoh, it seems. But we'll see if Seijoh makes another adjustment. There we go. Now just set behind him, make him not to move. Of course, K-pop is on the line when the game is on the line. This is the clutch server here. Yeah, that's why blockers would put hands behind the heads in case the ball hits the back of the head. Ooh. Loving these animations. Oh, that was sick. Dang. Sometimes people serve so hard that they can't react. I've been there before. We gotta watch that again. That was a sick animation with the ball compression in the air. Love it. It's like Street Fighter 4 animations. Damn, the sound waves. Oh, it was out. I didn't realize it was behind the baseline. That's tough. That was a good serve. Sometimes your good serves will land out. That's the risk you gotta take. Yeah, that was a lucky play. I don't think K-pop's. I've definitely been there. Sometimes when you make the wrong read, or maybe you forgot to go with a setter and they end up like dumping into the net, you're cheering, but then inside you're like, man, I totally effed up. But I'm glad that they made a mistake, because you know you're not getting that ball. Of course, the barrels get excited about that opportunity to pass that type of serve. Surprised Yachi-chan hasn't gotten used to seeing all this volleyball. She's still scared. Now, who is Kageyama going to set on game point? Oh, he's serving now on game point. We'll see what he does. Knowing Kageyama, he's not going to hold back. Uh-oh. He's overthinking it. So you just gotta take a deep breath and do what you usually do on game point. Don't over-engineer it. Especially if you've been up this far, just keep doing what's been working. Your same serve. It's a good side out. Let's see who's serving next for Karasuno. Yeah, there you go. Good captain. Keep your team focused. Move on to the next point. Oh, they're gonna sub in the wild dog on game point. He's the one that probably has no fear. You set him and he's gonna hit as hard as he can. Interesting. Can't wait to see what this guy does. Oh, okay, I didn't know Iwazumi had a jump serve. Ooh, soft block. Come on, set the wild dog. I want to see what he can do. Oh man. I wonder if he was back row, if that was an illegal attack. And then adding this animal in the mix. Here's my immediate reaction to episode 20. That was a super engaging episode, but in a different way. Some episodes, I'm not even talking and pausing it because I'm just so engrossed in the story and wanting to see what's going to happen. Other ones feel like it's an hour long because there's so much going on. But this one, it felt like it was like a 10-minute episode, even though they're all 25 minutes, because it was so intense and the pacing of the storytelling was great. It was like a slow storytelling because there was only one set for the entire episode. and the way they made each point feel like it was back and forth, and the frustration of Seijoh and Karasuno getting energetic and feeling like it's right there. And then the coach from Seijoh making a gutsy sub, throwing in that guy. I'm just going to keep calling Wild Dog for now because I don't remember his name, so I apologize if I don't have his name correctly. Thrown in here, and I think it's very telling of who he's going to be when he's set. I don't know who K-pop was trying to set, and then the Wild Dog guy just pushed him aside and got it. Now, I don't agree with that move necessarily because you don't want to hurt your teammate, and also eventually you have to play as a team. But I do love that attitude. I do love that mindset of I'm the one that's going to finish the game. Even though you should have an overall team attitude, those are the type of athletes that are going to take you the furthest in the program. Now the challenge is, how do you get those type of ego-minded athletes that are very skilled and have tons of potential and are going to do things that nobody else can do, and more importantly, not going to have fear in pressure situations? How do you get those athletes on board? Those are like the Kobe Bryants or the Michael Jordans, where the reason they've gone that far is because they have so much self-belief and they don't think anyone else can get it done. But getting the buy-in from those special athletes to have that same mindset, but to bring everyone else up with them. So I'm really excited to see the evolution of this character, because knowing Haikyuu, they don't just introduce a character and say, hey, here's a new guy, he's a good player, and then move on. Everyone has a backstory, and everyone has some type of storyline of evolution of how they grow into a better person, a better teammate, or a better player. Another interesting detail from this episode was where Nishinoya, I remember seeing him in a couple scenes where he was licking his lips before some of the tough servers, while everyone else was getting really nervous or extra ready for a tough server. And that's a sign of a true libero, where they want the challenge of a tougher serve because they know it's going to make them better, and they love passing that much. And for those who are not liberos or weaker passers, they're the ones that are usually going to be thinking, don't serve me, don't serve me. And I'll be honest, that used to be me. That used to be me that said, don't serve me, even if I was passing well, because I just didn't have a lot of confidence in my passing. And I remember I had to make a conscious mindset. I looked at all my best passer friends and teammates, and I thought, what is consistent among all the great passers that I know? They all have different types of passing techniques, they're all different speeds and heights. The one thing that they all have in common is that they want to be served. Now, even though I didn't naturally have the desire to say I want to be served because I was afraid of shanking the ball, I tried to at least adopt that mindset. So I had to talk to myself before each serve and trick myself into thinking, serve me, I want it, serve me, I want the next ball, especially after I got aced. And that's really one of the best ways to deal with getting aced. Once you get aced, if you shank the ball, get up, be ready. Even if you don't feel like it, you got to act and tell yourself, serve me again. There was one player who did that, was the Inoshita, that came in and didn't pass that well or shanked the ball, and then the next one he had to fake it, right? He had to fake it until he made it, and he eventually played better. But if you're not born with that mindset, you can definitely train it. It was really cool to finally see Karasuno demonstrate all the things that they've been working on from the training camp and learning from all the losses they've had, especially against Seijoh. And I love how the opening scene was not just your typical Hinata smash where he woos and wahs everyone, but it's that scene where Nishinoya does his one-footed jump set into Asahi from the back row, which was a super sick play. So I like that they do change it up and not just centralize everything around Hinata all the time. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction video. I'm going to give my voice a break and stop it right here. So we'll see you guys in the next episode.